we kind of we didn't mention Mad Max when we were talking about 80s reboots, but maybe it's just as well because we finally this week got our first look at official look, I should say, at Mad Max 4 or Mad Max Fury Road. Now that's the one with Tom Hardy is the new Mad Max, and then Charlize Theron is the villainess, and she has like this robot arm and all that stuff.
I mean, that's good.
I mean, what did you guys think of from so far of just the idea of the return? Is Mad Max still? Is that too old of a thing now to bring back?
I think almost what Mad Max will be is if it's the movie that I think it is going to be, which it could be god awful. I don't know, but I think it's going to be insane in a good way. I think he's talked about this as being a wall to wall race movie, like chase movie, and we heard some
it's
people. It's
George Miller, the same guy who directed the first three.
Yeah, and
Happy Feet.
And Happy Feet. And there were some people that saw an early screening that basically said, like, if you don't like something like Road Warrior, you're probably not going to be down for this movie. But if you do...
I do like something like Road Warrior.
I like something like Road Warrior. Yeah. And so to me, I'm like, I know everybody's like, I don't even believe the movie's happening. I have no interest in this movie. A lot of people are saying that.
This is our first evidence.
I am, like, bizarrely excited for it. It may suck. I don't know.
What is it though so far about? Is it just the idea of Mad Max being coming back?
I think it's totally insane. I mean, look, I think that Mel Gibson was Mad Max, and I think it's going to be. It's a lot to ask. I mean, you got Mel Gibson and Tina Turner in a movie. I mean, that in Thunderdome. But anyway,
which came out 30 years
ago. That
ago.
Wasn't Road Warrior. I know.
I mean, so. I think the most exciting part about this whole thing is that it's like Road Warrior. If that's true, then I'm on board.
I'm just going to ask you this question. Do we need another hero in the form of Mad Max?
Yeah, I mean, now I'm mixing the things together because you're right. Yeah, that was Thunderdome. We're talking about Road Warrior.
It's all Mad Max, and that's a good headline. Do we need another Mad Max? I know it's too late. It's already happened. It's coming out. But, it is Mad Max even does that matter anymore?
If anybody can, because I think what's going to happen is that if this movie is as bonkers in a good way as I think it might be, it won't matter. There will be those of us that are like, Road Warrior was awesome and I'm going to watch this and love it too. And people that have no idea that even existed, and this will be their Mad Max. And if there's anybody that can be as kind of crazy as Mel Gibson, I feel like it's probably Tom Hardy.
I feel
I think Colin Farrell could have done it.
Oh, that's true. Here's one thing that I think it has going for it. I don't feel like people defend Mad Max as staunchly as they do something like RoboCop, where it's like so sacred that they can't even possibly imagine that somebody would ever touch their baby. But this, like Mad Max, I feel like people are like, oh, okay, I'll see what they do.
Yeah.
And I think maybe it's distance from the last project, which is a long time. Maybe it's actually a similar amount of time. But I don't know. I don't feel like people are as sort of like, oh, they better do it right.
Yeah, I don't know if Mad Max has stayed kind of in the cultural consciousness as much as RoboCop, because I feel like RoboCop is, I mean, people's, you say Mad Max, they've heard that expression, but maybe it's because we've seen so many other post-apocalyptic things now, like Book of Eli. Like, you just know there'll be some clown who will see the trailer for Mad Max and it looks like Book of Eli. It looks like whatever, all the movies that it would have.
Yeah.
I think there are some.
Looks like The Road.
I think there are some people that feel. It's interesting because I think that there are some people that feel precious about Mad Max, but those are the same people that are excited to see it.
Yeah.
Because I think they're excited to revisit that world.
But the other thing it has going for it,
enough of them
has the same director, so it's not like as horrible as like, oh, we brought Carrot Top in to direct.
The same director. Didn't work.
That's true.
It's George Miller. I don't know. I hope it does well. I love Tom Hardy, and I'd like to see this work. But